welcome to Celebrity Big Brother's Bit on the Side! Where, with only a week and a half to go, AJ and I will soon be out of the job. But luckily, I've got some auditions lined up for her.
Have you?
Yeah.
Yes! We'll be hosting Homes Under the Hammer in no time. I can't wait.
No, thank a little bit better, actually.
Oh, even better than Homes Under the Hammer? OK,
Yeah,
I'm all ears.
They've just cast the new 50 Shades of Grey film. And I've got us the parts of the body doubles.
On second thoughts, I think we might need some time apart, Rylan. You know? Time now to meet tonight's panel. Should we do that? Let's do that. Let's not do this. Our first guest is an esteemed journalist and broadcaster. Some might say she's actually overqualified for this show. It's Nina Mishkov. She's overqualified. Keep coming back. Brilliant.
I had a shave and everything.
I don't want to know.
Last night, Emma had Holly Hagan on the show repping Geordie Shore, so we thought we'd better even it up. Our next guest, it's Towie's Bobby Cole Norris. Hi, Bobby. Hi, Bobby.
Essex wave. And finally, when this lady fell through a table in Big Brother 3, Courtney was barely 8 years old. Since then, she's gone on to tap dance with Renee Zellweger and smack George Clooney in the chops with a microphone. It's Alison Hammond.
Yes, Alison! Yes! Right, eviction number 3, as we saw, Sophie wave goodbye to the Big Brother house earlier. So, guys, hello.
Hello.
We're doing it all a bit different tonight. I'm normally in the audience.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I'm just going to chill out here
It's
for a
lovely
bit.
to be close, darling.
Oh, thank you. Do you want to touch my hand?
God. Doesn't cost
Oh, I feel like a new face. Right, so, Nina, are you shocked that Sophie went tonight?
Oh, God, no. I mean, I thought it was going to be Bruce, actually, but it was Bruce or Sophie. And either of them could go as far as I was concerned. I wasn't at all shocked about Sophie.
You're not a fan of either of them?
No, I mean, Bruce is a whinging old sod, and, you know, he's a really miserable sod. And Sophie, I mean, how much more of that can we take? You know, the only bit that moves wrong. You know... I mean, and honestly, when she looks at herself...
Nina, that's a lovely pretty pink dress. Bobby, did the right person go tonight?
Again, like you, I think it had to be Sophie or Bruce. But, yeah, I think probably was the right person. I don't think she had anything else to bring to the house after a week and a bit.
You thought it was her time to go tonight?
Yeah.
Thought it was her time?
Well, do you lot agree? Yeah, come on, you purple head. Fox? Oh, you little vixen, your cherries on the top, I like it.
I do agree, she should have gone, and she did. And second would have been Bruce for me, though.
OK.
He nearly should have gone, but I think she definitely should have gone.
She should have gone. Are you happy with the result?
Yeah.
No. Yes and no, but we'll move back over to the panel, I'm sorry.
Alison.
Yes, babes.
It's so nice to finally meet you.
I know, man.
I'm like, oh, my God, he's
been tweeting me. I just wanted to see your face.
I know, I've been a bit of a stalker, I'm not going to lie. Where do you think it all went wrong for our Sophie?
It went wrong for Sophie when everything was about her, I think. You know, it was all about Sophie. She brought every conversation back to herself. She loved to be in the drama. I call it the drama triangle. You have the persecutor, you have the rescuer and the victim. She was always the rescuer.
This is like Judge Judy.
Yeah, thanks.
It's actually got all Judge Judy on me. Well, listen, let's leave Sophie for now. In other news, Carol has returned to the house tonight in quite an explosive way, I think we can all say. Nina, what did you make of it and her putting up Courtney?
Absolutely brilliant. I mean, when she walked through the door, it's like, well, here's Carol. It was quite terrifying. And she played it perfectly. I mean, she has just gone up notches and notches. If she's not in the final, then there's no justice. She has been absolutely brilliant at this.
Well, listen...
And putting Courtney up is, you know...
Well, she had her reason, let's be fair, and she was straight down the line with it.
Absolutely. As long as there are mirrors there, we know we're going to have a conversation. That's blinding for me.
There you go. Well, listen, since she has returned to the house, there has been a lot going on, so let's have a cheeky look and see how the housemates are dealing with it.
I don't give a shit.
That's exactly what I thought. I thought she was going to go... I said she's home, she's in a bath, drinking fucking red wine, going wankers.
Right, listen, don't be surprised if very soon they make us all do face-to-face nominations.
Yeah.
Whatever. It doesn't matter.
You know I don't like doing it.
Who gives a shit? Oh, Bruce.
Got a kitchen with space.
I know so much more about you now, watching you down there. I know. You don't talk very much, do you?
No.
To me, he does.
And you, when you're happy, you're really, really happy, but when you're sad...
He was this morning. It was inconsolable this morning.
Miserable.
Everybody didn't get their food back today, and they said, well, we're...
Oh! Well, Carol's not one to mince her words, is she? What do you lot make of that?
Good, AJ. And I think, you know, like what the panel said there, because I think that was the best twist ever Big Brother could have done. The fact that they all thought she's gone out, and then suddenly she comes in, and the power is in her hands now. Now Carol can laugh and can have the last laugh, as what Emma said.
Yeah, she was brilliant.
Definitely.
I genuinely thought that she was out as well. Did anyone else get the memo? Yeah, you thought she was out. What about you with the grills? Look at these grills! Look at these grills!
Yeah, I just thought that when she was voted out, I just thought she's gone. You know what I mean?
She's gone.
Yeah.
But no, she's not. Surprise!
Yes, surprise
she's back in the
indeed.
house.
Well, listen, Emma exclusively revealed tonight that it's a double eviction on Friday. So, Alison, who do you think will be out next? What two will be going?
Oh, gosh, it's a hard one. It can't be Carol, because she's just hilarious, but maybe Bruce. Maybe even though I like Courtney, because I've got two things in common with her, I think it's probably going to be our Courtney babes.
Courtney. Well, Alison thinks it's Courtney.
And very quickly, who do we want out next?
Carol.
Who?
Bruce.
Bruce.
I hate Bruce.
Bruce.
Carol.
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 Courtney. Oh, split. Oh, you know, you lot, you just can't agree, can you? They just can't agree. Strong chat there, people. Well done.
This ain't right. I don't like it. We're
Stand
on the
this
wrong
side. It's about to get even better
know.
tonight's show because it's time to put that staircase into good use for, as she descends one step at a time, we all get a little bit happier, don't we? Raise the roof for Mrs. Emma Willis.
Emma Willis. She's alive!
She's alive!
She's alive!
She's alive!
Are you well?
Terrifying!
Oh, my God. We could have lost the main presenter and then we would have had to have done it.
Oh, gosh.
You're trying, aren't you, Ryland Clark?
God, I should have put more Vaseline on that.
Emma, we've whizzing through these evictions. How was it?
My God,
Funny
the crowd were brutal with
Yeah.
her tonight. They were really, you know, full on. She took it quite well. She said, you know, it's all panto, I know it's all panto. But I did say to her in the interview, I could kind of see in her eyes, like,
She
that
was upset,
it did seem like it affected her a little bit.
Were you surprised that she went tonight?
Not really, not judging by the crowd's reaction, because the last
very,
two
very
evictions, well, this eviction and the last one, you know, she'd heard the chants and they, but then, you know, you can't really go on that. So, I did think it would be between her and Bruce.
Yeah.
Well,
only because of how Bruce has been this
he's
week,
been a bit
really.
up and down, hasn't
yeah.
he? How do you think the house is going to be affected now that Sophie's out? Because she was quite a dominant role in there.
She was, but I don't know if it's going to have that much of an effect on the house generally.
I think it's a funny year. I think whoever goes, it's not going to have that much of a major effect.
Really?
Yeah.
You'll miss nobody.
Well,
No, not me. I'm just saying on the house
there are so many
dynamic.
big characters.
Yeah.
Louis' a big character, Lauren's a big character,
Yeah.
Charlotte's a big character, Carol's a big character.
There's still going to be big characters
You know, you've got
left.
your really kind of your really strong but calm characters like Abs and Mario and Dustin and then you've got your loved people by the nation that were in Corrie, do you know what I mean? So everybody has something about them. So I think, you know.
So, no, it's not going to be missed. Now, talking of big characters, we did see the return of Carol. That was amazing, wasn't it? What did you make of it?
I just loved it. And, you know, as Nina was saying earlier on, she just gave it to him,
She
like,
just went
all guns
straight in.
blazing.
What about nominating Courtney?
I wasn't surprised. You know, I thought, to be honest, I thought there would be a possibility that Bruce went, and then I thought she would actually put Sophie up. purely because we've seen them not get on very well. But I hadn't really thought about who she would nominate if Sophie wasn't there.
I thought she'd have gone tactical.
Yeah, but I think she really... The one thing about Carol is she's very much like Bruce. She gets involved. She wants to play by the rules. Do what you're there to do. And Courtney didn't play ball in the task. And that's why she was up.
Do you believe her, Courtney, with the whole, oh, I was doing that because I want to go?
I don't know. I kind of believe that she does want to go, but then I think if you want to go, why did you even go in?
Yeah, exactly. Come on.
No one wants to see someone who wants to go. We want to see a fight for you.
Exactly.
And there is a double eviction this Friday.
Double battle!
And the housemates are nominating tonight.
They're nominating face-to-face right now, aren't they?
This second. Who's in trouble?
Who's it? Well, I think... You've got your usual suspects. I think Bruce will be picked off again. I think Lauren, I kind of feel like she's got the Dexter syndrome. I think she might be up every single time, but she will just keep surviving, probably.
When she was saved tonight.
And I think Louis will be up again. I think it will be the same people that we've seen up the last couple of times. I don't know if anyone
we know who's
new
definitely
will.
up is Courtney.
Yeah.
Obviously, because Carol's put her up, and I can see in the background, in digital, they're doing their face-to-face noms everywhere.
Abs is looking stressed.
Abs is looking stress head. Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the gorgeous Emma Willis.
Thanks for catching me.
I'll always catch you if you fall.
We could stop traffic together near you.
We could, couldn't we?
Stop in traffic.
Finally. We're in sync.
We're in sync.
I feel left out.
Get over it.
Oh, shut up. I should have let you fall. Right, don't go anywhere, because still to come, me and AJ will be getting our hands on your latest celebrity evictee, Sophie. You do not want to miss it.
See you in a more.
Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brothers bit on the side. Now, like Carol, we probably need a little half lift.
You might need a little bit more, sweetheart, you know. It's been a long summer, hasn't it?
I'm not, do you know what? One word, Magaloof. Right, we'll find out how... Mags, let's do Mags. We'll find out how Sophie's getting on in just a moment. But first, here's the worst bits.
I'm Sophie Anderton and I'm a model. You're going to see the real me and I'm hoping that you'll love it. No, I spent enough fucking years acting like a twat. I don't intend to start doing it now. I'm 36 years old. I'm 36 years old. Why do you lie about your age? I love being 36. I'm 36.
She's not 36.
The lip doesn't move, it's like...
I don't have Botox, that's quite amusing.
Oh, come on! You ain't no fucking Botox, I ain't fucking gay then. I mean, for real.
I haven't lied for like 4 years.
What do you think?
I mean, you're sweating.
Just hang on.
just a cigarette.
Jesus. Can we actually just be adults for one night? Sweetie. 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 Sweetie.
I got you, sweetie.
Oh, I'm bored of it. Absolute bastards. I cannot stand backstabbing assholes.
Get over it, you Botox face, trout face witch.
I didn't sign up for this shit. I guess that's Big Brother for you.
Now, believe it or not, our next guest used to be a goth. You'd never have known it, the way she was strutting around the house like it was a catwalk.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up as your third evictee, Sophie!
Hello, darling.
Hello. Give it up for Sophie, everyone. Come and take a seat, Stunner.
Take a seat. Sophie, you look amazing.
That dress.
I'm so jealous of it.
Well, we lost weight in there, didn't we? I mean, something to do with the throwing up and chicken feet.
Just Big Brother in general.
God, it was disgusting.
Weight loss and chicken feet. That is a diet fad that is gonna catch on. I can feel it.
I doubt it very much. It was the nails that got me. I was like, oh my God. I was like, no.
Oh, vile.
It's a delicacy in some places.
That's me.
That's for you. Cheers.
Yes, I'm free.
Now, Sophie, you did say that you wanted to make it to the second week. You've done that. Are you proud?
I'm really happy. I mean, I've made it 14 days. Well, 14 nights. And I never wanted to win anyway. And to be honest, after the last couple of days, I'm so happy to be out of there. I mean, it really was wearing. And it wasn't, you know what, the people were lovely, minus maybe one or two.
Oh,
but you know, I do not have any regrets doing the show. I love Vicky. I want Mario and Charlotte to win.
Yeah.
I absolutely love them both. And there's some incredible characters. I mean, Dustin, he's the sweetest guy on earth.
They certainly are. Don't you worry. We can, like, talk about them all night. But having done your first share of reality shows, did you have a game plan going into the house?
I didn't, because I had no idea what to expect. I certainly didn't... Honestly, it reminded me a little bit of another show I've done with the things we had to eat. And, I mean, projectile vomiting is not my favourite pastime.
But before you was going to be all over it.
No, I'm not. If you smelt, it was... It made vomit fruit look pleasant.
Well, this is exactly what I'm saying. You've done stuff like that, obviously, in the jungle. We've all seen it before. But before you went in, the one thing that you said you wanted to do was change the public's perception of you. Now, one, do you think you've done that? And two, I just want to quickly say, your first week in the house, when you went in, I think we all sat here and said, you know what? You're being yourself, and we really admire that.
Yeah, I was true to myself. I mean, I know that, you know, and anything I said in the diary room, I mean, I told Lauren that I've sounded off up there. I was really honest and true to myself, and that's all I ever wanted to go in and be. And also, you know, I'm at a point in my life that at least... I think there was one night I got a bit tipsy, which I was so embarrassed about. But apart from that...
We all do it.
Not as tipsy as Carol.
Oh, no, listen, I had to take the old boots, bloody trousers off. Fucking hell. I've never seen a woman of her age get so paralytic that I actually had... I mean, I don't know what she did to her trousers, but they were tangled.
Hey, but it was nice that you undressed there, you know.
Oh, yeah, she's bloody lucky. If I knew what she'd been saying behind my back, it might have been a different matter. I left her there.
Oh, leave her to sweat in those clothes.
Yes.
Nice. How do you think your fellow housemates perceived you?
You know,
apart from Carol.
No, listen, you know what, now I've seen the playback, OK, maybe I was a bit bossy. I didn't mean to be, and there were times it might have come across that way, but it was, if I was kept, you know, like the time when Charlotte was crying, there didn't need to be more people coming over. She just needed to calm down and have a moment to herself. That I'm really embarrassed about. I shouldn't have done that. That was just... And there were moments where, yeah, I have to hold my hands up and I'm just laughing at it.
So you think they think... You think that they think that you're bossy?
Yeah, but in comparison to Carol, I'm a beginner.
A beginner?
A total beginner.
Carol's an intermediate, then?
No, she's on a whole different level. Honestly, no, you know, I just kind of, rather than have any confrontation with Carol, I just kind of let it go. And I was just like, no. We're very different women. I may have had my time of being a wild child in my 20s, but I do think there's a certain point in your life you have to grow up and behave in a certain way. And I found it very difficult, and especially when she was encouraging, you know, like Courtney to get absolutely hammered. And Courtney's a year younger than my niece, and, you know, then she had a go at me for not letting Courtney smoke. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not going to let Courtney have a cigarette knowing her husband doesn't smoke.
Tonight's about you, so I want to focus on you tonight. Carol will have her moment. One thing you did find really, really difficult in there was nominations. Now, compared to other reality shows, we heard you say to Vicky, obviously, Big Brother you found really, really tough because it wasn't the public that were just, you know, having the input. It was, obviously, you had to do it to your fellow housemates, they had to do it to you.
Yeah, and they were forcing us to think up nasty things to say. I mean, I knew Courtney wanted to leave, so... And she, you know, she just laughed about it, and I was just like, she's messy and she's getting rather too drunk. I couldn't think of anything nasty to say about anyone in there. Maybe I should have...
Really? Come on, now.
No, if I'd known what Carol was really being like behind everyone's back, possibly I would have put her up. But, and I think it spoke volumes when everyone saved Mario over her, and I think her time is running short in the house, so...
Well, one person that you also got on with quite well was Charlotte.
Love Charlotte.
Love Charlotte.
I love her. OK, listen, we're very different. She farts, she burps, she does all these things. I'm not going to go into everything she does. But you know what?
She pisses the bed.
Yeah, but she's 23 and I was just like...
I'm 24. If I pissed the bed, I'd be turfed out my house.
I know, but there's something... I know, but there's something incredibly endearing about her. And you know what? She's true to herself. She doesn't have a nasty bone in her body. And she's... I mean, when we call... Her nickname was Little Un.
Well, Little Un, exactly what I was about to say. You were really maternal with her.
And when she was all nervous and when she was about to leave, you know, she was up for nomination, I gave her my bracelet. It was so sweet. I've got it on tonight.
Oh, she came... stop it.
And it says love on it.
There's
and she
a loving session going on here.
Oh, don't get me started. And, you know, that girl, I honestly think she's... I think a lot of people misunderstand her. You know, the show that she's on is a certain format. but there's a lot more to her than you see on television.
But listen, you're such a worrier. You don't have to worry about her at all.
Well, I can't help it. I'm sorry. I'm 36. I'm just naturally... I'm very protective. I was protective over her.
Sophie, chill out. I mean, you started out in the cult of celebrity. How was that? Was it a nightmare being with Louis and Lauren?
No, you know what, Lauren, I know we had one night there was a bit of an altercation, but apart from that, I loved Lauren, and we got over it. I don't know if you saw, but within 24 hours, her and I were over it. I was, like, sorting out her clothes and this, and she is the most wonderful... And I said it tonight in the diary room, if I'm to go and she stays, I will be happy because she wants to win the show. And you know what? She bloody deserves to as well.
Do you know what? We've seen it with Lauren. We've seen a big turnaround with her. But listen, we've got loads more questions for you. But quickly, before we run to the break, double eviction on Friday. Who do you think's going to be out?
Get Carol out, please. Sorry, I can't stand the woman. I really can't.
No, you can't.
No, she's a two-faced, manipulative old hag.
I
know I can say it. I'm sorry.
We are literally dropping off air as we speak.
Thank you
but
so
listen,
much,
we've got more from Sophie. Give it up for Sophie, everyone.
This one will be heading into the phone room to take your calls.
This one will be keeping our panel and audience in check when they start hurling questions at that one.
This one, see you
after
this.
I've already had the booze.
Welcome back to Big Brother's Bit on the Side. Welcome back to Big Brother's Bit on the Side. Welcome back to Big Brother's Bit on the Side. Oh, welcome back to Big Brother's Bit on the Side. One more time. Welcome back to Big Brother's Bit on the Side.
What are you doing?
I'm just saying welcome back to Big Brother's Bit on the Side. Like,
I've got an exclusive ready to be shown.
I was doing it like abs. Sorry.
Well, don't. This is what happened earlier. Shut up.
It feels bittersweet to survive the public vote. You know, I was really looking forward to the possibility of being evicted, to be honest with you. I, was looking forward just to go out in the world and to, just greet my fans and to see my husband and, to see my puppy and, just to have my cell phone, Starbucks, and so on. So that would have been awesome. But then again, I'm grateful that people are saving me and, keep voting me in and who support me. I really am. But it's tough. This house is so challenging. And just the idea of being evicted sometimes sounds really, 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 really amazing. But I am grateful, that the public want to vote and save me. But we'll see. I mean, I'm up for eviction again on Friday, which, to be honest with you, I'm looking forward to. But again, we'll just see how that goes.
Right, it is time to get chatting. The lovely Sophie and I are ready to take your calls. So let's not mess about tonight.
Okay.
Let's have it.
Okay.
So, who we got on line one?
We've got Mitch from Bristol.
Mitch from Bristol.
Oh, my hometown.
Hey, Mitch from Bristol. What's your chat?
Hi, mate.
I'm good, mate. How are you?
I'm good, mate. Can I just say what a wicked job you're doing on this series? You're completing at a ledge.
Oh, thank you very much, Mitch.
And me and you both came from the same reality TV show, if you know what I mean.
Was you on ITV? Oh, X Factor?
Yeah.
Oh, Mitch,
yeah,
I know you
nearly...
are. Mitch, we've got to talk about Sophie. We'll have a loving later.
Yeah,
let's talk about Sophie. What's your question?
Anyway, yeah, that's cool. Sophie.
Yeah.
Basically, fellow Bristolian.
Yes.
I noticed early on you had a massive problem with Carol.
Just a little
and
one.
I wonder, is it because she's a similar age of you?
Really? She's about 15 years older than me, isn't she?
No, you're the same age, babe.
I'm 36, darling.
Are you?
Sophie's 36 and Carol's...
Anyway, I think you're the same age, but unlike yourself, Carol's gone down the age of aging gracefully. You've allegedly had work done. Whether or not it's true, we don't know. But is that why you didn't get on with her? Or
he's really long-winded, this one, isn't he?
Have we got a question for Sophie?
What is the question, Mitch?
The question basically is, Is it because Carol's aged gracefully, you didn't get on with her? Or
No,
is it
not at all. If you saw
something
my
else?
mother's absolutely stunning and doesn't even look a single thing of her 60s that she is. And it wasn't anything to do with that. I just can't stand a woman at her age, which I'm sorry is a lot older than me, getting absolutely trashed and expecting me to pull her bloody trousers off.
And the audience seem to agree. But Midge, thank you for your call. Take care. It's lovely to speak to you. Thank you for your kind words about me. I told you it was going to be fun.
I don't know, we've got veneers. Yeah, I
Let's not talk about the fucking teeth,
Well, I
so
like
Jesus
your
Christ.
teeth.
I've had it all this series.
Oh,
I really
baby.
have. Who we got lines to?
Susie from Durham.
Susie from Durham.
Okay.
Please be all right.
Let's be Durham, be better than
Hi,
Bristol.
Susie. You all right?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm not too bad,
Hi,
babe. What's your
Susie.
question for
Jolly good.
Sophie?
Hi, Sophie. I'm a big Lauren fan, but I'm just wondering what she was actually like to live with.
Sorry, big who?
Big Lauren.
Oh, Lauren, can I honestly tell you, I know we had a minor altercation, but I am incredibly fond of her, and I think you could have seen that, because she is the most remarkable woman. She's been through a hell of a lot of adversity, come up the other end,
definitely.
and it takes bloody guts to come on this show.
Absolutely.
And you know something? She is the kindest, sweetest woman. Eccentric, yes.
Yeah.
She has her moments of being rather messy, but you know what? The difference with her, unlike other housemates, she took into consideration everybody in the house, and she really went out of her way to change anything which possibly could annoy anyone, this, that and the other. But as a woman, well, listen, we're going shopping when she gets out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were discussing it today. I mean, her and I got on like house on fire after our little altercation. It's inevitable to have a few things. There's a pressure cooker in there.
Yeah.
But you know something, that fundamentally she's the kindest, most genuine person in that house.
I think that's such a lovely thing to say about Lauren.
No, it's true though.
I really do.
And she deserves to bloody, well, at least be in the last three. If I could pick the last three, be Lauren, Charlotte and Mario.
There you go.
And then it's up to the public.
Thank you for your call, babe.
Thanks, darling.
Take care, gorgeous. Have we got time for one more? We've got a quick time for one more. Who's on line 3?
June from St Albans.
June from St Albans.
Hello,
Hi, June.
Hello, Sophie. Hello, Ryland.
Hello.
Lovely eviction dress and shoes to die for, by the way.
Oh, they are. They're
Oh,
stunning.
thank you.
I've got a close-up and they're love. What's your question for our Sophie, babe?
Well, the question is, you said in your interview that you and Carol were opposites, but you both came across as quite bossy, opinionated, forceful, strong-willed women, more too alpha women. Do you think it's because you are both kind of alpha females that she maybe locked heads with you and took umbrage at your suggestions with helping with surgery rather than listen to you? She immediately took offence and spoke over you rather than actually listen to what you had to say.
Possibly. I mean, we are both very strong, very willful women. And, yeah, in my normal environment, I would be the alpha female, and this, you know, mind you, all my girlfriends are very strong-willed anyway, so I wouldn't stand a chance.
Do you know what, Sophie? At the end of the day, you've been through a lot in your life and you're a very, very strong woman.
But I didn't agree. I'm sorry, getting absolutely paralytic every night, expecting somebody to look after... You know, she got into bed, she's like, I can't get my trousers off. And
yeah, but when it came to the surgery...
It got too much, and I'm sorry, she's much older than I am, and she behaves like a bloody teenager, and I'm sorry, there's a certain time in life where you have to grow up and take responsibility.
But surgery-wise, do you think she didn't bother to listen to you? Because you looked like you was actually trying to give her nice advice, but she immediately took umbrage as if you were trying to outdo her.
June.
I actually genuinely meant it, as in that if you can avoid going under the knife, there are so many other procedures then rather than having anything that extreme. And I just meant it in a kind way.
Yes,
but maybe I was a bit too bossy and forceful.
June, I've got to cut you off there because we are literally falling off
Thanks,
the telly.
June,
But
no,
thank you for your
darling.
call, June. That's all we've got time for. That's all we've got time. Wasn't that bad, was it?
That wasn't that bad.
Wasn't that bloody bad?
Bloody Bristol.
Bloody Bristol.
Bloody
mate.
Bristol.
It had to be Mitch, didn't it? But
Yeah.
listen, don't worry. Emma's back in here tomorrow. So if you've got an opinion, get in touch. All the details should be on the screen right now. It's just there. Look, can you believe it? It's like magic. Like magic. Right, now, we love an exclusive on the show, and not just because it gives us a minute to have a quick tinkle. Have a little look at this. It's face-to-face noms time.
This is Big Brother. Will all housemates gather at the sofas immediately?
Face to face.
He told me to freaking drink some water.
Sit up.
This is Big Brother. Nominations will take place shortly. Tonight, you will nominate face to face. You must now remain silent until instructed to nominate by Big Brother.
Am I up for nom now?
Will Carol go to the hatch and collect the boards and pens? Each housemate should receive one board and a pen, except Carol.
Oh.
Carol will not nominate again, as she has already nominated Courtney to face the public vote. Therefore, housemates cannot vote for Courtney either, or themselves.
Q&A time now. I'm going to hand over to you. You're going to do my job. I love it. Bobby, ask Sophie a question.
Right.
Oh, no.
I want to ask you a question.
OK.
What's the first thing or the first person you're going to text when you get your phone back?
My partner. I really, really missed him in there. I didn't actually, to be honest, I didn't expect to miss him as much because it's only been 2 weeks, but oh my God, it feels like a lifetime.
Oh, Sophie, seriously, I could throw up over here.
Oh, sure. No, but he is my best friend and he is everything to me, and you know, the messages that I've just received from him and how proud he is of me, and he, you know, I was true to myself in there, and that's all that I said I was going to be. I didn't expect to win, didn't want to last longer than 2 weeks. I wanted to go in, be myself, and I've done that, and he's
And
really
now you'll
proud.
go on to your man and get a little smoochy-woochie.
Oh,
Get ready to cook her
baby.
up. Get ready to cook her up.
The poor boy better be getting his rest.
Oh, heck. Dry patch. Too much info. Alison, what do you do that say?
Sweetie, so nice to meet you. Do you think you was true to yourself in the house? Be honest.
Yeah, no, I do.
Did you struggle at all?
No, I don't. I'm probably in the environment with my girlfriends. I'm probably feistier. But in there, it was either a case of going loggerheads with Carol, which I had no intention of doing. I'm sorry, it's not. I don't like to source out drama or confrontation, so I decided to back away. So on that respect, that wasn't not being true to myself. That was just being considerate, to be honest, with the house, because you have to actually take yourself back a little bit in some ways, because you've got other people to think about. So if two people have an argument, it changes the whole dynamics of the house. Apart from that, you know, whatever I said in the diary room, I couldn't exactly say downstairs, but I was told Lauren that I mouthed off up there because I was, you know, it did scare me. I'm not used to being screamed at.
Yeah.
And on the other occasion, I'm sorry, I just found Carol the most hypocritical, two-faced cow I've ever met.
See, I find her quite truthful. I think she says it as it is.
She's too truthful, but there is a line which you don't cross, and she crosses it to a point where it's vindictive and.
How can you be too truthful?
You have to take into consideration other people's feelings, and when you go to cross the line, which is vindictive and nasty, and it's personal towards people, I know this is a game, but there is a line which you should not be willing to cross, and she crossed it too many times.
Sometimes I did think with Carol, from the outsider looking in, that sometimes I thought, she's bored, she's just doing it to wind you all up, and you won't fall in for it.
And I'm sorry, I got bored of being woken up every night and her paralytic, so, you know, it's kind of...
All right, Nina, over to you.
Sophie, we heard you talk a lot about yourself in the house.
Yeah.
Can you tell me one other interesting person in the house and 2 interesting facts about them?
OK. Mario. He had depression last year, to the point that it was actually so bad. And also, you know what? He's completely the opposite of how he's been portrayed in the press. Utter gentleman.
No, a fact.
What do you mean, facts?
Well, something about him that's not just...
I'm not going to discuss everything. You know, some
no,
things
I just asked you if you remember 2 facts about somebody.
Courtney comes from a very small town.
Sorry, I was just going to go. I was just going to save you, Sophie. I was just going to go.
You know what?
It's all right. It's all right.
No, Courtney was on a reality TV show. She was on a reality TV show, which was Celebrity...
It's not about Courtney, it's about you, Sophie. So let's go to the audience.
Sophie, which was the hardest task for you in the house?
Which was the hardest
task? I have a phobia of throwing up, and I honestly didn't think... But that food, it was nothing like a previous show that I've done. It smelt the most disgusting thing I've ever... And I literally projectile vomited, and that, for me, I've got a phobia of that, and that was the hardest.
Correct. It is quite hard throwing up sometimes, especially when it comes out your nose and you can't breathe.
That beat the nomination process, trust me.
Who else has got a question? Carol.
Hi, Sophie.
Hi.
Well done tonight.
Thank you.
Do you think this is the hardest reality show that you've ever done?
It was hard, as in I didn't expect certain aspects. It was very similar, actually, to another show I did, as in the food, the starving, etc. But I think where it was hard was the nomination bit. I didn't feel comfortable with that because I felt it was very much... We were forced to backstab and to say things about people which I was struggling with. I mean, really... I was like, Bruce, I love to pieces, but I was like, oh, he lost his temper and I felt uncomfortable. Courtney, I knew she wanted to leave, so I was like, well, she's messy, which she is, but what 19-year-old isn't? And, you know, I was worried about her getting paralytic every night and begging me for cigarettes, which I was not having any of it.
Were they nice? Was the mattress nice and comfy for you?
No, babe, I felt like I actually had a workout every night. I woke up aching every morning. They were hard as nails, those mattresses.
I thought they looked quite comfy. How long was I? Do you have a last final question?
Sophie.
Sophie.
In your opinion, do you think you were misunderstood?
In the house?
Yes, and in general.
I think previously, in the past, I have been misunderstood for lots of different reasons. I was true to myself in there. Carol, I think, made her mind up about me from day one, but I saw the footage from other people, and no, I don't think I was misunderstood. You know, Charlotte said it. She was just like, people just don't necessarily get her, and once, you know, you kind of get underneath all the darling, sweetie, bloody, bossy boots, you see a different side to me.
OK, then, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Give yourself a round of applause. You were so good. You were so good. Don't go anywhere, because coming up, we'll have all the goss from the house, plus Alison will be heading back to her old pad and snooping around the camera and see you in a bit. I can't wait for you to go on.
Welcome back to Big Brother's Bit on the Side. Now, guys, I've got an interesting fact for you.
Right.
It is the 328th Welcome Back link of the series! Now, we pride ourselves on bringing you all the latest news from the house. And tonight is no exception. This is literally hot off the press.
Yes, it's a nominations news special.
Oh, there's confetti everywhere. Brace yourselves, because it is face-to-face noms.
My first nomination is Dustin. The reason being, I don't feel as I have much in common with Dustin, not through him trying to make the effort. He has, but there's just really not much there for me. His sense of humour I don't really get, and I find it quite boring. My second nomination is Vicky, and the reason being was because when we did the Ibiza task the other day, she chose not to come to the party, and I think that there's a few people who would much prefer to come to it, and that's my reason.
My first nomination is Charlotte. I don't really have a reason, but I guess she is the least person I've really connected with in the house. My second nomination is Bruce. I got a lot of love for Bruce, but he's nicking all of my tobacco at the moment.
Okay, my first nomination is Mario, because he called me a bitch, and he said that I was, what, stuck up and something else. My second nomination is Abs, because he said I was superficial, and I think he has prejudgments about me.
Dustin, first nomination. I think the world of Dustin. He's become a great friend of mine, but this morning he really let me down with his attitude of blaming Big Brother for everything that's gone wrong in this house. Lauren, I still think Lauren needs a lot of looking after by all of us. And she still worries me when she walks around on her own without looking at her and making sure she doesn't fall over. I get really worried with Lauren.
Yeah, my first nomination is Louis, because he either has high moods or low moods, and he bitches about too much for me. My next nomination is Bruce. I just sometimes think he gets a bit impatient with me, and that's my reason.
My first one is Dustin. Love you, bro, but same as Bruce, your attitude today and your mood today just brought me down. My second nomination is for Lauren, for the same reason as Bruce, that I always feel like you're gonna fall over.
My first nomination is Louis. I've gotten to know Louis better the last day or two, and I feel he's a great guy. He can be sensitive and deep, but he's also kind of an asshole. So I don't need much more of a reason. My second nomination is Vicky, because I love her. I think she always makes me laugh. But she did make fun of my intellect and having to, like, analyze everything. That's been a subject that's been kind of sticking with me.
My first nomination is Dustin, because sometimes there are no rhymes or reasons. It's just meant to be fun. It isn't meant to be overanalyzed. And to be honest, when you go on and on and on about this, that and the other, the workings and the mechanics of this, it pecks my head. My second nomination is Louis, because although I find him very sweet, funny and endearing, he is a moody git. And the reason why I didn't go to the party was because he was laying it on about how we should go to bed, and by the time we'd waited an hour and a half, I had no energy to go, and it wasn't to diss anybody. And I don't blame you, but that was a bit of the reason why I just wanted to go to bed and cry.
My first nomination is Dustin, and I know I have got to know you a lot better over the past few days. I do feel the same as other people. You do overanalyse everything and you take it all a little bit too seriously when it is just a game. My second nomination is Abs, because I feel the same way as Abs. I haven't got to know you as well as everyone else has. And that's about it. I just feel like I can't really talk to you because you do like to be alone a lot.
So,
hit it in your face.
To confirm, the 7 housemates up for eviction are Courtney, Dustin, Abs, Bruce, Lauren, Louis, and Vicky.
Nearly all the housemates.
Yeah.
And to see all the full nominations, reasons, and fallout. What?
Oh, that's it. Something caught in my throat.
Rylan, you absolute clown. Make sure that you tune in to tomorrow night's main show at 9 o'clock and check the website to find out all the voting details.
And that was today's nomination news special.
Yeah. You little joke.
You like that?
But
You
right
like
now,
that?
Alison's up in the camera runs. Alison, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, I'm here.
Alison, you look like a nun.
You look like a nun,
feeling
babe.
It's Black Riding Hood.
I love it, Black Riding Hood. What's going on?
Can I just firstly say I apologise if Courtney flashes you, because she's flashed me about 5 times already.
Oh, let's hope she don't wink at us. What's going on?
There's loads of alcohol in there at the moment, so they are getting a bit merry. It's all about Carol at the moment.
Yeah.
They're having group hugs and everything. Carol's doing impressions of the housemates, because obviously she's been watching them all this time.
Yeah.
Courtney is being congratulated by all the housemates for the fact that all the audience absolutely loves her, obviously. Oh. And she says, I don't want to be loved. I just want to go home.
Oh, my
God. What else is happening?
Bruce looks like he's loving life with his knee-high socks.
Bruce is actually speculating whether there's going to be a task tomorrow.
Oh.
And also, they're all having group hugs and everything. It's been great.
Alison,
also, yes.
I've got to say, you're
Yes.
like a modern-day Mother Teresa. Look at you. I love you. Alison, it's been a pleasure to have you on the show. We love you and we'll see you very soon. Give it up for Alison, everyone.
Alison, she should say Hail Mary.
She's a BB Ledge.
Hello,
Let's talk digital.
Right, I've got a bit of business to get out of the way. We want your questions for the nominees. Use the hashtag #AskTheHousemates on Twitter. The best ones will be put to the diary room tomorrow. And just to confirm, that's Abs, Bruce, Courtney, Dustin, Lauren, Louis and Vicky. We'll get them all in the diary room. Also tomorrow, we'll be launching our non-bomb poll, which we do every week.
You know what that is?
It's a bit of fun.
Just a bit of fun. See if that correlates with what the house thought.
Yeah. That'll be online tomorrow, and we'll also be opening the vote, so you can start voting to save your fave tomorrow morning at some point. But keep checking channel5.com/BigBrother.
There you go.
Amazing.
You got any
And do you
questions?
have any questions?
I've got loads of questions for Sophie. Jake Petrie wants to know, did you have a crush on Mario?
No, I didn't have a crush on Mario. Mario's like my little brother, and I think you could see I don't know whether you saw the banter that was going on. He was calling me like old hag, and I was calling him Beaky, so it was kind of like an ongoing thing. And you know something? He is the most adorable guy, so I'm actually introducing him to one of my friend's daughters.
Ooh.
He's gorgeous.
We have got 30 seconds. Time for one more.
Shane Reaction, which housemate do you think would benefit from a bit of Botox the most?
Oh, Carol, definitely. And a facelift.
Oh, you might say
and
that.
a personality lift, too.
Wow. Well, we didn't really need that 30 seconds, did we? Well, Sophie, thank you for being such a great guest
My
tonight.
pleasure.
You
Thank
really,
you so
really
much
have.
for
And do you know
having me.
what? It's not easy to put up with some of the stuff you've had to tonight, and I congratulate you.
Thank you very much,
So
Steve.
cool.
It's so lovely to see you both.
And lovely to see you
And lovely
too.
to meet you too.
She was tough as old boots. Of course she was going to be fine. That is your lot for tonight. Massive thanks to all of our guests. Emma's back to here tomorrow with Brian Conley, Sherry Hewson and Trissa Penrose. You do not want to miss it. And we're back on Friday.
You're back here on Friday with your next two evictees.
Good night. See you.